What if the man who once held Absaroka County together was forced to return when everyone thought his story was over? The trailer for Longmire Season 7 doesn't just hint at Walt's comeback, it shakes the very ground the sheriff once walked. His silence is broken, his presence is undeniable, and the question hanging in the air is simple but chilling. Why now, and what danger is so great that only Walt Longmire can face it? The trailer wastes no time in reminding us who Walt is. Even without words, the image of him standing against a wide Wyoming horizon says everything. He's older, carrying the weight of time and battles past, but he still looks like a man who belongs to the land he swore to protect. Season 6 ended with Walt stepping away from his badge, finally choosing peace after years of fighting crime, corruption, and betrayal. But the trailer cracks that peace wide open. The return of Walt isn't shown as a casual comeback. It feels like a reluctant step back into a world he tried to leave behind. His face holds the look of a man who has seen too much and knows that some ghosts don't stay buried. The tension builds when we see quick flashes of familiar places, the sheriff's office, the local bar, and the endless, lonely roads that define Absaroka. These images don't just spark nostalgia. They remind fans of all the battles Walt fought in these very spots. The trailer seems to suggest that unfinished business has pulled him back. The tone is darker, sharper, almost like the land itself has grown heavier in his absence. Every frame whispers that something has gone terribly wrong, and Walt's instincts, as sharp as ever, won't let him ignore it. What makes this return so powerful is the emotional depth behind it. Walt isn't a hero who comes back for glory. He's a man haunted by loyalty, love, and responsibility. The trailer shows glimpses of him meeting old allies and facing old enemies, but there's a distance in his eyes. He knows stepping back into this role means sacrificing the peace he tried to build. Yet he does it anyway. That's what makes Walt different. He doesn't seek trouble, but he cannot turn away from it when the people he loves are at risk. The trailer teases that his journey, this time, will not be about simply enforcing the law, it will be about protecting the very soul of the county. We catch a flicker of Henry standing bare at his side, a sign that this battle isn't Walt's alone. Their bond, built on trust and tested through betrayal, feels more important now than ever. Together they seem ready to confront threats that aren't just about crime, but about deeper moral choices. The weight of leadership, the scars of the past, and the pull of unfinished justice all collide in Walt's return. And yet, there's a shadow in the way the trailer frames him. Walt's return isn't just heroic, it feels like a warning. The camera lingers on his silence, his careful steps, the weathered lines on his face. Fans know that when Walt is quiet, it means he's calculating, preparing, and bracing himself for something that will test him to his core. The sheriff is back, but he's not the same man who left. This is Walt Longmire, scarred, seasoned, and perhaps standing at the edge of his final chapter. The first thing the trailer makes clear is that Absaroka County has changed. This isn't the quiet, almost sleepy community that Walt once guarded. Instead, it feels darker, restless, and on the edge of something explosive. We see brief flashes of violence that don't tell the whole story but leave a powerful impression: an overturned truck on a desolate road, a burning shed in the distance, and the blurred image of someone running through the woods at night. These visuals are quick, but they strike with intensity, suggesting a season filled with chaos and danger that can't be solved with simple arrest. One of the most striking moments comes with a shot of Vic Moretti, her face hardened and her eyes scanning a crime scene lit by flashing red and blue lights. She looks more determined than ever, but there's a hint of conflict behind her expression, almost as if the burden she carries is heavier now. Could the trailer be hinting at a storyline where Vic faces threats not only from criminals, but also from within the sheriff's department itself? Longtime fans know that Absaroka's law enforcement has always walked a fine line between justice and corruption, and Season 7 seems ready to push that line further than ever before. Then comes the mystery figure shown only in shadow, standing on a ridge overlooking the county. The camera never reveals their face, but the framing makes them feel larger than life, almost like a storm that has been waiting to break. Fans have already begun speculating. Is this a new villain stepping into the story, or could it be the return of an old enemy thought to be gone for good? The trailer doesn't answer, but the threat is unmistakable. Whoever this person is, they're not just here to cause trouble, they're here to shake the very foundation of everything Walt and his allies have fought to protect. The trailer also teases a more personal layer to the danger. In one chilling moment, we hear a voice say, "You can't save them all, Walt." The words echo over images of Cady Longmire, her face full of worry, standing at what looks like the doorway of her law office. That line, combined with the focus on Cady, suggests that the coming storm won't just be about solving crimes, it will strike directly at Walt's family. For years, Walt tried to shield his daughter from the dangers of his world, but Season 7 seems to be setting her up as a target, or worse, someone forced to make impossible choices of her own. Another quick sequence shows Henry standing bare in what looks like a heated confrontation outside his bar. The Red Pony, his voice cuts through the noise, saying, "This isn't justice, it's revenge." That one line gives away so much about the tone of the season. It hints that the new conflict may blur the line between what is lawful and what is right, dragging even the most honorable characters into choices that test their principles. Henry, known for his calm wisdom, looks shaken, almost desperate, as if he's facing an enemy that cannot be beaten with reason. And then there's the most shocking image of all, Walt himself kneeling in the dirt, his hat lying beside him, his eyes filled with both fury and grief. The trailer doesn't explain what has brought him to this moment, but the weight of it is unforgettable. It suggests that Season 7 won't just bring action and suspense, it will cut deep into Walt's soul, forcing him to relive losses and confront his greatest fears. The message is clear. This isn't just another season of crime solving. This is the season that will drag every character into battles they might not survive, physically or emotionally. By the end of the trailer, the storylines teased leave fans with more questions than answers. What is the burning secret hidden in Absaroka County this time? Who is the mysterious figure lurking in the shadows? And most importantly, what will Walt Longmire have to sacrifice in order to protect his people one last time? These hints and images combine to build a sense of dread and anticipation, promising that Season 7 will not only bring shocking storylines but also push the series into its darkest and most emotional chapter yet. Asterisk. The heartbeat of Longmire has always been its cast, and the trailer for Season 7 wastes no time reminding us of the faces that made the show unforgettable. Seeing Robert Taylor step back into the role of Walt Longmire is the centerpiece of the entire first look. His weathered presence dominates every scene, not because of action or loud dialogue, but because of the quiet authority he carries. The trailer frames him in wide shots against the Wyoming landscape, a man who belongs as much to the earth as to the badge he once wore. Fans have long considered Taylor's Walt one of television's most grounded lawmen, and this return feels less like fan service and more like destiny. But Walt isn't alone. Kate Sackhoff's Vic Moretti is front and center, standing with the same fiery determination that has defined her character since the beginning. The trailer shows her in both action sequences and quieter moments of tension, suggesting that she isn't just supporting Walt's story, she may have one of her most personal arcs yet. The chemistry between Walt and Vic, built on years of partnership, loss, and unspoken emotion, is something fans have been waiting to see developed further. Season 7 seems ready to finally push their relationship into new territory, for better or worse. Lou Diamond Phillips as Henry Standing Bear is another crucial return. Even in brief flashes, his calm but commanding presence is undeniable. The trailer shows Henry in conflict, not only with external threats but possibly with Walt himself. That hint of division between two lifelong friends is one of the most shocking reveals. Henry has always been Walt's anchor, the voice of reason, but the glimpse of him raising his voice, his face etched with anger, teases a storyline where loyalty may be tested in ways fans never expected. Cassidy Freeman as Cady Longmire appears in several key moments, looking both determined and vulnerable. She is no longer just the daughter of a sheriff. She is a lawyer trying to navigate a town where justice is rarely black and white. The trailer suggests that Cady may find herself at the center of political and personal battles, with her father's shadow looming larger than ever. There's even a flash of her standing in a courtroom, her eyes locked with someone unseen, hinting at legal conflicts that will ripple into Walt's world. The returning cast gives the season its backbone, but what has fans buzzing are the new faces revealed in the trailer. One quick shot introduces a mysterious lawman, played by an actor whose face the heartbeat of Longmire has always been its cast, and the trailer for Season 7 wastes no time reminding us of the faces that made the show unforgettable. Seeing Robert Taylor step back into the role of Walt Longmire is the centerpiece of the entire first look. His weathered presence dominates every scene, not because of action or loud dialogue, but because of the quiet authority he carries. The trailer frames him in wide shots against the Wyoming landscape, a man who belongs as much to the earth as to the badge he once wore. Fans have long considered Taylor's Walt one of television's most grounded lawmen, and this return feels less like fan service and more like destiny, but Walt isn't alone. Katay Sackhoff's Vic Moretti is front and center, standing with the same fiery determination that has defined her character since the beginning. The trailer shows her in both action sequences and quieter moments of tension, suggesting that she isn't just supporting Walt's story, she may have one of her most personal arcs yet. The chemistry between Walt and Vic, built on years of partnership, loss, and unspoken emotion, is something fans have been waiting to see developed further. Season 7 seems ready to finally push their relationship into new territory for better. Or worse. Lou Diamond Phillips as Henry Standing Bear is another crucial return. Even in brief flashes, his calm but commanding presence is undeniable. The trailer shows Henry in conflict, not only with external threats but possibly with Walt himself. That hint of division between two lifelong friends is one of the most shocking reveals. Henry has always been Walt's anchor, the voice of reason, but the glimpse of him raising his voice, his face etched with anger, teases a storyline where loyalty may be tested in ways fans never expected. Cassidy Freeman as Cady Longmire appears in several key moments, looking both determined and vulnerable. She is no longer just the daughter of a sheriff. She is a lawyer trying to navigate a town where justice is rarely black and white. The trailer suggests that Cady may find herself at the center of political and personal battles, with her father's shadow looming larger than ever. There's even a flash of her standing in a courtroom, her eyes locked with someone unseen, hinting at legal conflicts that will ripple into Walt's world. The returning cast gives the season its backbone, but what has fans buzzing are the new faces revealed in the trailer. One quick shot introduces a mysterious lawman, played by an actor whose face is briefly seen in the glow of a sheriff's badge. Is he friend or foe? The trailer refuses to say, but his presence suggests that Absaroka County may have leadership struggles ahead. Another scene introduces a younger character, possibly a deputy, caught between admiration for Walt and loyalty to the new system of law in the county. These fresh additions could bring a generational conflict, forcing the older guard to confront a world that doesn't operate by their rules anymore. Equally intriguing is the glimpse of a woman sitting in a dimly lit room, her face half hidden in shadows, speaking words we can barely hear. Her introduction is subtle, but trailers never waste screen time. Fans are already speculating that she may be tied to the central mystery of the season, a new antagonist, or perhaps someone from Walt's past returning to complicate his fragile peace. The blend of returning and new cast members creates a powerful balance. The veterans remind viewers of everything they loved about Longmire, while the newcomers inject uncertainty and fresh tension. Every look, every shadow, every whispered line in the trailer is designed to spark speculation about how these characters will clash, align, or betray one another. And because this is Longmire, no character is ever safe from heartbreak, moral compromise, or even death. By the time the trailer closes, the message is clear. Season 7 is not just about Walt's return, but about how this return shakes everyone around him. The cast, both old and new, are drawn into a storm that will test loyalties, redefine relationships, and perhaps force Walt to realize that even legends cannot protect everyone they love. The familiar faces anchor us in the world we know, while the new ones promise that Season 7 will deliver surprises that no fan can predict. Asterisk. The trailer doesn't just give us a look at what's coming, it leaves us with more questions than answers. The kind that keep fans awake at night replaying every frame. The first and most powerful question is about Walt himself. After finally stepping away from the badge in Season 6, why has he returned now? The trailer paints his comeback as reluctant, almost painful, hinting that he's being pulled back into a fight he doesn't want but cannot refuse. Is this return temporary, or does it mark the beginning of Walt's final stand in Absaroka County? That uncertainty fuels the entire tone of the season. Another burning question revolves around family. We see glimpses of Cady Longmire caught in moments of tension, standing in places where law and morality clash. Has she become the target of powerful enemies trying to hurt Walt through her? Or could Cady be forced to oppose her father in a courtroom, torn between the law she practices and the justice Walt demands? The trailer doesn't spell it out, but every glance at her face suggests a storm is coming that no amount of legal training can prepare her for. Then there's Vic. For years, fans have speculated about the future of her bond with Walt, both professional and personal. The trailer teases heated arguments, quiet exchanges, and tense stares that seem to suggest their relationship will reach a crossroads. Will Vic finally step into a role beyond just being Walt's deputy, or will her loyalty to him put her career and even her safety at risk? The question of whether their story will evolve into love, partnership, or tragic separation hangs over every scene they share. Henry Standing Bear raises his own set of mysteries. His line, "This isn't justice, it's revenge," is one of the most haunting in the trailer. What has shaken him so deeply, a man usually grounded in wisdom and calm strength? Could he be warning Walt, or is he warning himself? The hint that Henry may not fully agree with Walt's methods this season introduces the terrifying possibility that the most unbreakable friendship in the series could be pushed to its breaking point. For fans who have watched them weather betrayal, death, and heartbreak, the thought of division between Walt and Henry is one of the scariest questions the trailer leaves behind. And of course, the shadowy figure looming over the county remains the biggest mystery of all. Who is this person, and why does the camera treat them like a force of nature rather than just another villain? Their silence in the trailer says more than words could. Could it be a ghost from Walt's past, someone tied to old wounds left unresolved, or a brand new enemy who knows exactly how to exploit the sheriff's weaknesses? Every fan will walk away from the trailer replaying that single image of a silhouette against the Wyoming sky, wondering when and how the truth will be revealed. Beyond the characters, there's a broader question that hangs over the entire season. Can Absaroka County survive the storm? The land itself seems to echo with menace in the trailer, with shots of storms rolling in, fires burning, and wide open spaces that suddenly feel suffocating. The question is no longer just whether Walt can enforce the law, it's whether the very heart of this community can endure the chaos that's coming. And then comes the question fans are almost afraid to ask, is this the end? The trailer doesn't confirm if Season 7 will close the story for good, but the tone suggests a finality, a weight that feels like a farewell. If this is the last ride for Walt Longmire, will he leave on his own terms, or will fate take that choice away from him? The thought of closure after so many years brings both excitement and dread, leaving fans desperate to know if they'll be saying goodbye to a hero who has become part of television history. By the end of the trailer breakdown, the hype reaches its peak. Longmire Season 7 doesn't look like just another chapter. It looks like the ultimate test of loyalty, justice, and survival. Every storyline teased feels bigger, every character seems more vulnerable, and every shadow hides a threat that could change everything. This isn't a quiet return. It's a storm, and every fan knows they're about to witness a season filled with shocking twists, emotional battles, and unforgettable moments. So now the question turns to you. Do you believe Walt will finally find peace after all these years, or will this season drag him into his darkest fight yet? One thing is certain: Longmire Season 7 promises to deliver a story that fans will never forget. and the wait until its release will feel longer than ever.